Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has really been a minute, but I'm very happy to be back with a makeup tutorial for you today on the gorgeous Emily. So, funny story, this tutorial was filmed back in like end of July, or no, it was like beginning of July, and I was gonna call it Hot Girl Summer Makeup Tutorial. That was the theme. So that's kind of the type of look I was going for. And then I am now uploading it in October. So we're a little past summer. I'm sorry that I've been so absent on YouTube. I've honestly just been keeping afloat with working wedding season, being a mom, being pregnant. We just moved. Life has been very full and very busy, and I'm very blessed, very grateful. But I did choose to let YouTube be on the back burner for a little bit, but I am back. So anyways, what I was getting at is rather than having this be a hot girl summer makeup tutorial, this is going to be a no brand makeup tutorial, partly because I don't remember a lot of the products that I used because it was months ago, and also because I personally have been focusing a lot on minimalism recently and learning about the joy of stepping away from consumerism and just, in the makeup industry, we feel very enticed to buy and try a lot of makeup. Honestly, more makeup than we can go through and use. So this is to encourage you to use what you have, use what works for you, and I'm sure you'll be able to achieve a very similar look with what you have. Anyways, also you might notice that I'm doing a totally different technique than what I usually do. I went ahead and I started with moisturizing the skin, then I used a kind of radiant glowy primer, and then now I'm going in with cream contour. I have not put on foundation yet. I'm first going in with the cream contour and sculpting out the face. And this is a new technique that I've been doing. I kind of was inspired by Harush. If you watch her makeup tutorials, her YouTube channel is amazing. You learn so much. She's like giving away all the celebrity makeup artist secrets. I love her channel. But it's kind of inspired by how she does things a lot of the time. I kind of put my own spin on it, but basically I'm going in with some pretty heavy cream contour. Here you see me contouring the lips, and I was not shy because I knew that we were going to be going in with other products and kind of softening things. So that is what you see me doing here. I even took some of that cream contour and ran it through the crease of her eyelid and kind of connected it with the nose contour. Then I went in with concealer to highlight certain areas of the face. Still, we have not gone in with foundation. I know it seems a little backwards, but I actually am loving this whole technique. Filming this tutorial was the first time I ever tried doing anything like this, and I loved it so much that I've been doing it quite a lot on myself and on clients. I just really liked the result from it. So you see me going in under the eyes, and then just kind of all the typical places that I would highlight the face and bring it forward. And I know it looks super crazy right now, but makeup is all about trusting the process. Then I went in with foundation, and I used such a small amount of foundation, like a fraction of what I usually use. And I just went in with a brush and I basically kind of blended and married together where the highlight and the contour meets on the face all over. And it was just so fun. Like, I just felt so artistic doing this. It was such a fun technique. And what I loved too is, I mean, I know it does not look like it's lighter coverage because, I mean, you saw me going in with like this dark contour and like just all the contrast of the shades makes it look very, unnatural. But because I didn't, go in with a full layer of foundation and then a full layer of concealer and like just all these different layers, I kind of just like kept each area of the face having essentially like one layer of the actual color that I wanted, if that makes sense. It is lighter coverage on the skin. And I wish you could have seen how beautiful it was in person. Emily does have amazing, flawless skin, so of course that helps. But oh my goodness, it was like so glam because of the contrast of the contour and everything. Like, it was very sculpted, but it was just so like not thick, not cakey, and I absolutely loved it. So then for cream blush, I went in with a liquid lipstick actually, which this was my first time trying out this. I was trying a lot of new things. And I went in with like the lip color I was going to be using on her for her lips, and it was just not enough. So I went in with something a little bit deeper and added that. And I added some of that blush to her nose and her forehead. I just wanted like a nice, like summery complexion because this was a summer makeup tutorial. So that was my thinking behind that. Then I went in and set everything with a loose translucent powder that actually had a little bit of a luminosity to it. It wasn't a totally matte powder. And I did love it, but I ended up later going in and kind of like mattifying it a little bit, adding some matte powder because it was just like a little bit too glowy for my liking, but it was very beautiful. Also, as I was rewatching this footage, I just was watching myself just like go in and fix around the hairline. I definitely could have blended that a lot better. But also I knew that her hair was going to be down and like she was going to have her hair framing her face and it wouldn't be seen. So, I mean, it's not an issue, but man, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, so then to go over the areas that we contoured, I actually, rather than going over it with that translucent powder, I used a loose setting powder that was like a deeper shade. And that's what I used to like set those areas and to kind of emphasize the contour. Then for eyeshadow, I just took like a basic matte mid-tone brown shade and ran that through the crease. I wanted the eyes to look more effortless than how I typically do eye makeup. I usually like eye makeup to look very polished, very crisp, like very intentional. That's usually the look that I love, but I wanted this to be a little bit more messy, a little more effortless, a little more like perfectly imperfect type of thing. So I don't know how I did. You'll have to let me know what you think, but that's what I was going for. I took a little bit of like a very, very, very subtle skin highlight from a face palette and just put that on the lid just so it would catch the light barely, but not be like a shimmer or a metallic or anything. Then I went in with a brown eyeliner. This is like a pencil eyeliner. And I created a soft, subtle wing for her liner. So speaking while you're watching me do the liner, I'll just say a little bit more about, why I was excited to do a no brand makeup tutorial. With moving and everything and just, I don't know, being so focused on my stuff lately, it has just really, really caused me to want to simplify and step away from our society's focus on consumerism and materialism. And what I've realized is that for me, by the way, I'm extending that liner in her inner corner as well, and I'm smudging out all of the liner. But for me, I realized that when it comes to shopping, and I'm not just talking about makeup, I'm talking about any shopping or consumerism. For me, it's basically looking for happiness, looking for fulfillment outside of myself and outside of what really brings happiness. Because, I mean, it makes us feel good to buy new things. It makes us feel good to have something that we want and then decide to get it and wait for it to come in the mail and then try it, you know, all those things. But like, it just ends up being a lot of stuff and we can't use it all. We can't physically use it all. I mean, makeup expires. So it would be like just buying way too much food that you couldn't eat and then it goes bad. Like, it's the same thing with makeup. And I'm just wanting to be a lot more simple and happily miss out on, you know, the countless makeup launches and just all the recommendations that are everywhere. I mean, there's so much good makeup. There's so much holy grail makeup. And at this point, sorry, I'm just highlighting her skin. You see what I'm doing. You know the drill. But there's so much good makeup, and like, you can just be searching forever for, you know, the perfect eyeshadow palette or the perfect nude lip or whatever. Or you could just use the, you know, 10 eyeshadow palettes that you have that are fantastic, and the nude lipsticks that you already have, like, use them till they're gone and then try something new. And I just am kind of shifting my focus that way a little bit. So if you have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. But it's been a really good journey for me the last few months. So, okay, what I'm doing here is I'm kind of sharpening up the liner in her inner corner a little bit, going in with some concealer because I smudged it out in the inner corner and I just didn't love how it looked smudged out. I wish that I would have gone in like with a precise brush or something, like created more of a precise inner corner cat eye. So basically I was just kind of cleaning it up a little bit with a precise concealer brush and some of that concealer. And then setting it with a little bit more powder. Then I took some powder blush over that liquid lipstick we had applied as blush. I could seriously do Emily's makeup every day. She just has such a face for makeup. She's so gorgeous and she can pull off any look. I always love glamming her up. Here I am just filling in her brows a little bit. She had really, really nice laminated, beautiful brows. And I wanted to keep them looking soft and more fluffy rather than like super sculpted or dark. So I just was really minimal on what I added to the brows. Then for lips, I went in with a deeper nude lipstick. I mean, you can see, or not lipstick, lip liner. And you can see what it is right there. But any deeper nude lip liner that you have and that you love will work just fine. And I went ahead and lined her lips and filled them in a little bit. And then I took a much lighter nude shade of a liquid lipstick and filled in the center of her lips. Then I just went ahead and blended that in by patting it with my ring finger. Then I went over all of it with a gorgeous high shine nude gloss. I wanted a very nude, pouty lip, and I wasn't afraid to kind of go a little lighter on the nude, just for this particular look. Then I took a Body Glow to go over her décolletage area. So she had some tan lines going on, as you could see, and I could have gone in and like corrected those, but I thought for a hot girl summer makeup tutorial it would be cute to have tan lines, so that's what that is. But anyways, she's gorgeous before, she's gorgeous after. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what you think in the comments and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and you have an amazing day. Bye.